A lot of gamers make one big mistake. They think employers see gaming and immediately think wasted time. And yes, if you present it the wrong way, that can happen. But here is what I believe now after my own journey. Employers do not care that you killed the boss, climbed the ladder, ran a guild, or spent years learning game systems. What they care about is what those things built in you. Because most employers are not actually looking for some perfect robot with a flawless CV. They want people who can learn fast, adapt quickly, communicate clearly, handle pressure, solve problems, stay consistent. And the funny part is, gamers often already have those skills, but they do not realize it. And they definitely do not talk about it the right way. I did not either. For a long time, I thought gaming was something I had to keep on the side of my life and work on the other. Now I see something very different. Some of the exact traits that helped me at work were shaped in games first. And I want to ask you something early, because this might already be true for you as well. What if some of the qualities that made you useful in real life were built long before anyone at work ever noticed them? I have asked myself that many times. Why most gamers never think of their hobby as career value? The problem starts early. When you grow up gaming, people usually do not say, "Wow, you are building transferable skills." They say things like, "You're wasting time. You should be doing something useful. You won't get anywhere with that." So most of us never learn to connect gaming with value. We connect it with guilt, privacy, escape, fun, maybe even obsession. But no value. That was true for me as well. I spent years in games like RuneScape, Lineage 2, World of Warcraft, and many others. I was grinding, learning systems, chasing progress, leading people, handling pressure, organizing groups, solving problems on the fly, and staying obsessed with improvement. But I never looked at any of that and thought, this is going to help me in a job one day. Then, real life started asking more from me. Work, responsibility, pressure, people, deadlines, expectations. And slowly, I started noticing something strange. Some situations at work did not feel new. The pressure felt familiar. Learning new systems felt familiar. Dealing with different personalities felt familiar. Adapting when things went wrong felt familiar. I had already lived versions of that in games. Do you know what I think many gamers are missing? It is not talent, vocabulary. They already have useful traits. They just do not know how to see them yet. Employers do not reward gaming, they reward the traits behind it. That was the big shift for me. Employers are not sitting there saying, "Amazing, this person has 3,000 hours in an MMORPG. Let's hire them immediately." That is not how it works. They are rewarding the deeper things under that surface. They reward the person who learns fast, the person who stays calm, the person who can improve without needing constant hand-holding, the person who can work with others, the person who can move through chaos without mentally collapsing. That is where gaming becomes powerful, not as a label, as a training ground. And when I look back now, I can see that many of the strengths that helped me stand out in real life were not randomly born in me. They were shaped through repetition, competition, systems, teamwork, failure, and progress inside games. I can see that clearly now. So no, I am not saying gaming automatically makes someone employable. I am saying gaming can train traits that employers value if you actually build something from them. That nuance matters because this is not blind validation. This is recognition. The skills employers actually pay for even if they never call them gaming skills. Adaptability. Why fast learners stand out everywhere? One of the biggest things employers value is adaptability. Can you walk into a new environment, new software, new workflow, new team, and still figure things out without panicking? Gaming trains that constantly. Every new game throws you into unfamiliar systems, new menus, new mechanics, new timing, new ways to fail, and you learn by doing. That same pattern helped me in real life every time I had to learn something new at work. I was not frozen by unfamiliarity. I was used to discovery. I was used to entering chaos and finding the pattern. Communication. Why being clear matters more than being loud. A lot of jobs reward communication more than people realize. Not fake confidence, not corporate buzzwords, real communication. Can you explain things clearly? Can you adjust how you speak depending on the person in front of you? Can you keep people calm when confusion starts rising? MMORPGs and team games taught me a lot about that. Different personalities, different egos, different moods, different skill levels. If you can get a group moving towards a shared goal in a game, you are already trained, something most employers deeply value. Problem solving. Why employers love people who look for answers fast. Employers do not want people who stare at problems and make them bigger. They want people who start looking for answers. Gaming is full of that mindset. Boss fight failed, adjust. Build is weak, fix it. Team is struggling, change the plan. That mentality helped me more than I understood early on. Because at work, the people who become valuable are often not the ones who never face problems. They are the ones who stay solution-oriented when problems appear. I became that more and more. Repetition and reliability. Why consistency builds occasional talent. This one is underrated. Employers love reliability. Not just talent, not just potential, reliability. Can you do the work again? Can you stay focused? Can you improve steadily? Can you keep showing up with discipline? Gamers understand repetition better than many people do. We understand the grind. We understand delayed reward. We understand that progress often looks boring before it looks impressive. That mindset matters in real life more than people think. I use it constantly. Pressure management. Why calm people become valuable fast. And then there is pressure. A lot of people know what to do when everything is calm. That is easy. The real difference appears when things go wrong. Deadlines, mistakes, difficult people, unexpected changes, tension, pressure. Gaming trained me to function inside pressure, not just outside it. Not perfectly, not without stress, but with enough composure to keep moving. And employers notice that quickly, because calm under pressure is one of those traits that makes people trust you fast. I have seen that. Have you ever noticed that certain stressful moments at work felt strangely familiar, almost like your brain had practiced that state before? I felt that many times. So how did these skills actually show up in my real work life? For me, these were not abstract ideas. They showed up in real situations. When I started my first serious work experience, I locked into routine and output very quickly. I was competitive in a productive way. I wanted to improve, move faster, and climb. That drive did not come from nowhere. Gaming had already taught me how to respect progression. Then came the people side. Years of MMOs had already trained me to socialize with different kinds of personalities, communicate around confusion, explain things, and earn trust inside groups. That mattered in real life as well. It helped me integrate better. It helped me connect better. It helped me stand out without trying to act like someone I was not. And when opportunities for leadership started appearing, I was more ready than I understood. Not because I had some magical secret, because I had already spent years coordinating people, planning around challenges, reacting to mistakes, and keeping momentum alive in games. That is why I think many gamers sell themselves completely wrong. They either hide the whole thing, or they talk about gaming in a way that sounds childish. The better move is to understand the traits underneath it, because that is what employers actually value. Not the game title, not the rank by itself, the capability it helped build. Why gamers undersell some of their most valuable traits. This is the real point of the video. A lot of gamers have more value than they think. They are adaptable, they are resilient, they are used to feedback loops, they are problem solvers, they understand progression, they know how to learn systems, they know how to fail and try again, they know how to stay engaged with difficult things longer than many people can. Those are not useless traits. Employers want those traits. They may not call them gaming skills. They may never even realize where you built them, but they reward them all the same. And maybe that is what so many people miss. Gaming does not become valuable only when it turns into a job. It becomes valuable when the skills it built in you start helping you win outside the screen. I believe that fully now. So no, do not think of this as I am a gamer, therefore I deserve success. Think of it like this. What did gaming train in me that real life can use? That question changes everything. So what are the hidden values of gaming that most people never learn to name? If you are a gamer watching this, I want you to think about your own life for a second. Not your favorite game, not your best memories, not your rank, your actual life. Where are you already using skills that gaming helped sharpen? At work, under pressure, in communication, in leadership, in planning, in staying consistent when things get hard. Because once you start seeing that clearly, your whole story changes. You stop seeing gaming as this guilty secret that had no value. And you start seeing that maybe, just maybe, some of the things that made you stronger were built there long before the world gave you credit for them. That realization mattered a lot for me. I know it can matter for other people as well. And that is why I will keep saying it. Gaming may have trained more value into you than you realize. So tell me, what skill do you think employers value most in gamers? Adaptability, communication, problem solving, reliability, or pressure management? That is the one I would really love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.